I am misunderstood. I am the bringer of life, not the taker. I am the cleaner of your world. I am the halter of disease, the sentinel of your skies. For centuries I was revered, for I am vital. But now I am persecuted. I am disappearing because I am misunderstood. You are the most powerful species on this planet. Use your power to change. Use your power to act.
Celebration of anything, like we celebrate good deeds, personalities and occasions. And for the Vulture celebration, we are looking at the vulture being celebrated worldwide for its role of cleaning up mess that human beings create, or even nature itself creates. Human beings don't kill animals just anyhow, but animals die. And when they die, every decaying, dead or decaying matter and our leftover foods are cleaned up by the vultures for no pay at all.
Vulture Awareness Day was started by South African Vulture Club, and then there's a conservation group in Europe they were doing it on their national status. They were trying to protect or raise awareness of vulture, the plight of vulture and the importance of vulture in their community. In the world, seeing the importance of it, took it up, and then now it's celebrated worldwide. So World Vulture Day is celebrated to raise awareness on the importance and the plight old world vultures face.
We have at least 7 species of vultures. They are all critically endangered. I think apart from the palm-nut vulture, which is like a vegetarian. Now, the decline in numbers probably has something to do with human activities. They use tall trees to make their nests and breed. If you are in Accra, some of the tall trees are even going down, let alone outside in the countryside. Anything of this size goes down for timber, whether legal or illegal. They fell everything. And so they have breeding problems, and then they have poisoning problems. People use bait to poison animals, and vultures will eat the animals that are dead, even though they have the capacity to neutralize the poison that they take. But not all of them survive. And we have this trade in vulture parts. If you go to Kantamato Market and you want any part of the vulture or a whole vulture dried, you will get. It faces a lot of challenges at the hands of humans, and that causes the dwindling numbers.
I would say GWS has done a lot trying to implement the MSAP I talked about earlier, that is Vulture Multi-Species Action Plan. And then in that action plan, each country is mandated or is supposed to record the total of each vulture species. Ghana Wildlife Society has not done that yet, but we are doing them in bits. We are doing pockets of research, pockets of counting population studies to know them. And I'm sure in the meantime or in the near future, we will be able to estimate the entire population. But we can't estimate the population of white-backed vulture. We know we have about 70 individuals at the Morley National Park, and then we have about 10 white-headed vulture in the Morley National Park.
The Ghana Wildlife Society is at the moment doing a vulture assessment program in the Western region. And there's an area we used to go there every month, and then we have points where they roost. So we visit those points mornings and evenings to count their numbers and also look for their nesting activities. We want to know what attracts them to where we find them. And before, at the Parliament House, I took very good pictures of vultures there swimming, and when they swim, they will go up and sit on the roof and dry themselves. So every animal, whether it is beautiful or not, knows danger zones. If it goes there today and is harassed, I don't think it will go back there tomorrow.
To say they have increased or not, because we've not seen the entire population, we will not be able to say that our efforts are working. But we do hope that our awareness, as our awareness keep going like we are doing, people will change their attitude, and then we will get results.
Our responsibility is to stop chasing vultures here and there, and also let people who come close to you know that the vultures are also created by God and they have the right to live. What they eat is immaterial as long as it keeps them alive. That is what God made it to eat, and it's a carrion eater. Whatever we don't like and we throw away, or whatever dies and needs attention like removal, the vulture does it for us. So we as humans should leave them to die their natural death. Sometimes they live up to 40, 50 years. So if we leave them alone, I think they will increase, and leave the habitats alone, they will breed and increase. We have the wildlife laws. The enforcement is lacking. It is an offense to kill or to hunt vultures. If you arrest somebody with a who has killed a vulture and you send him to the court, the sort of eyes people will look at you with will be surprising. Say, pete baako, odena baha, pete no, umana dianidi. So it will demoralize you completely. But as law enforcers, we shouldn't be intimidated by what the court says. It is in the law. Most governments do not like funding scientific research programs because they don't yield results immediately. Even if they do, they are not marketable immediately. The least that we can do is you go ahead and create the awareness. Let the people know that this is what is happening and this is what is expected of the individual. So if that goes down well with them, particularly children, that's why we have wildlife clubs all over the country. If you sensitize children to respect the environment and they grow up with it, you will not have a problem that we are facing today.
There are so many birds that needs to be celebrated. So many threatened birds. We have the snake eater, which is the secretary bird, which feeds specifically or mainly on snakes. And when you have it, you have no worries for snakes, outbreaks, and other things. But we've hunted them to nearly extinction in Ghana. That is, they are kind of extinct in this country. We have the cranes and other birds that are so iconic and threatened that if we are able to celebrate, we are able to raise awareness on them and conserve them, we would have a lot of bird enthusiasts, a lot of bird watchers in Ghana coming to look at them, and then just coming, they sleep, they eat, they do everything, pay tax, which contributes to Ghana's economy.
Birds help in pollination because especially the sunbirds, they eat nectar, and by so doing they come into contact with pollen and they go from one flower to the other and just keep the pollination going. Then migratory birds, distances of 6,000, 10,000 miles. I don't know, sometimes you catch a bird and there's a ring on it. Now, people put rings on the birds sometimes when they are just hatched, or you catch it as an adult and then put a ring on it. And some recoveries tell us how far the bird has traveled and how long the bird has lived. And the weather here is always good for them, but the weather outside is no good. In winter time, they come here to bask in our sunshine and get prepared to go back and breed. And so we see the birds in all their colors. When they go up north, they go to breed. And before they go, they start to change into their breeding dresses. Birds are good, they are beautiful. People come here in their numbers to see what we have. And I'm glad to say that African birds are very, very beautiful as compared to European birds. So they will pay anything to come and look at our birds. So let's keep them safe and get the income that they generate for us.